right, we're coming to you live from the Dragonheir studio because in Dragonheir, the commentators most definitely have a microphone and headphones. I feel like I should be like in full outfit or something. We got kitty cat, black cat, of course. Speaking of black cats, wow! Dungeons and Dragon Drizzt, or however you say it, is coming to the game. And of course, this looks absolutely amazing. So Twitch drops have been enabled, and probably by the time you're watching this live, I'll be on Twitch, and there's going to be Twitch drops. Also, I wanted to mention, I'm sponsored by Dragonheir. Link is in the description. Really helps support this channel. You can download an iOS, Android, Mac, PC, Steam, and I do love this game. I've been playing it every day since global launch, and I want to talk about the two things that concern me with this game, and one of them has been partially corrected with the patch. And so I want to talk about that, but I'm gonna be on Twitch. I'm gonna try to get this black cat with that black cat. That's my kitten right there. That's Benny, and he loves hanging out with me and stream. And my other one, Luke, over there in the corner. They hang out with me all day while I'm streaming and making YouTube videos. But so the thing I love about this game is that it is very much PvE, and it's about finding the right team compositions and building teams to acquire, get through a certain goal. And towards the end of the season, which we're going to talk about later, it becomes where there's these like world bosses where you have to go and do them every day. And that's a part of this system right here. And so initially you just need to build one good team, and then you need to build 3 good teams. And then towards the end, you kind of got to try to work towards building 6 good teams. And that's all great, and I love it, especially when you can get through, like the boss nodes and the nodes for farming the gear, and you can do it on difficulty 9, and you can do it with, for me, I get a lot of satisfaction out of doing it with like epics and rares, because I haven't pulled a lot of legendaries. You can see that I'm saving the dice, but what was beyond annoying for me was that going back into them and let's say going over here and knowing that I did it on 9 and I found the perfect combo for it, and then trying to refigure out the gear combination that I used to beat this guy. And this one isn't the hardest one. This one's actually a little bit easier. Almost made for me like the world bosses and like this idea that I'm gonna have to like remod my roster like 6 times a day for Vortex or for whatever. And so like that was a hassle, but I want to show you they added a new feature, and I actually have not played this since then. I've saved this, but when I do go, and now I will save the configurations, and this is probably the best thing ever come to the game. I legit woke up the other day and was thinking like, I don't know if I have the energy to remod my account for every single one of these boss nodes. And now let's say I can just go into here, hit Goblin Lair, go on to 3, hit challenge, and then this is the best thing they've added to the game ever. Hit the little shield guy. I've got it saved right here. I load up Goblin. I hit adjust the equipment plan. I hit load, and then it loads up my team the way that I used it last. And it's done. And then I hit the button, and I hit go, and everything is set up. I go into Vortex, same thing. Let's go do it. Let's flee the battle. I go into Vortex. And I'm going to be honest with you, like specifically with this new game mode with this energy up here where you're going into the snowfield and doing the world bosses, which is fun on its own, but redoing it and remodding every day was a big problem. And so like if you've been playing the game, you already know about Vortex, right? And so I use a lightning team for Vortex, Shalzar, and I've already done that for today. That's fine. Well, I've not. I've already done it for today, but I come into Vortex and I just load up my Vortex team and I'm good to go. And this was, you could see like the gear's wrong, right? You're like, oh, the gear. Oh, I gotta remod these guys. Yeah, yuck. I go into Vortex 2, which is current. Adjust the equipment plan. Hit load. And it's done. And then I start, then everything's done, right? Everything's done. And then I can save it. And so right now I'm in the process of saving every one of the Grave of Rots and things like that and the world bosses. That way, when I redo the content on a daily basis, it's pretty simple. Now, I've talked about this before, and I know that this is not a new thing, and that this is a thing in other types of games, but I personally have played mobile hero collector games, and this is something brand new to me. And actually, a lot of people I've been talking to do not know that this game operates off of seasons. So, and knowing what I know now, I would have played the game, and I think I'm okay with this idea. Well, I want to explain what I would have done differently. But what I would have done differently is I would have focused on getting as many dice as possible. Like I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna get more of these, right? I just like getting as many of these as possible, right? There's 11 more, right? Getting as many characters as possible, scrolling characters as much as possible, like focusing on that, you know, the artifacts, like focusing on the equipment artifacts, because you get to save these, focusing on getting the artifacts that I want, getting the characters that I like, unlocking characters, getting dice, scrolling the characters that I use all the time. Like here's a character I scrolled. That would have been my focus, specifically with, what is this currency called? The wormwood? Worm marrow? Instead of buying gold, I couldn't tell you like how much gold I bought, how much bread I bought, and now I don't need the bread. Like I would have never bought bread. I would have never bought gold unless I really needed it. And I would have focused on dice and scrolls as much as possible. And you're saying, why? Well, that's because there's a reset. And this is behind me right here. It says expire in 30 days and 5 hours, the Gates of Chaos, Season 1. And then it says, well, wait 26 days and 5 hours, wait for the next season. And I think this is going to be fine and fun. And the people that played in the beta have told me that they actually really like this because the rules are different. The seasons are different. Apparently the story's going to be different. They're going to change the way things work. And so it's like playing the game again for the first time, but you'll have a lot of characters unlocked and you'll know what characters you'll want to use, because right now I've got characters that I upgraded that I wasted resources on. I'm not going to use them. I kind of know what characters to do, and the pairings will be different. Like right now we've got fire and poison. So what stays and what is reset? Well, all of the characters are going to be reset to level 1, but you get to keep all of the characters, right? All the artifacts, you get to keep all the artifacts, but all the artifacts are going to be reset to level 0, right? Then, essence of creation obtained through Helio dice summoning will be retained at a certain percentage, regardless of whether they're consumed or not. Also, bonus essence of creation will be issued next season based on the current season's process. So, basically, the simplest way that I can do it, the stuff that you spend money on won't get reset, right? And then your rating for this season is going to make a big difference on how you get a jump start on next thing. Rule-based, converted at the beginning of a new season based on the amount acquired in the previous season will be settled as pure sand core according to the rules below, and the corresponding season shot will be available. And you can click that for the rules. The sand cores will be reset. Wind Marrow will be full. Wind Marrow, Dragon Crystal, Summon Dice, Skill Dice, and any unconsumed monthly card will be reserved into the next season. So once reserved, it's going to stay over. Your Avatar and Frame will be fully reserved. Ability points obtained in the last season can be reassigned as the new season starts. So those will be fully assigned. So some things will be reset, like the characters will go back to level 1. All of the gear, like right now, you farm for legendary gear and all that stuff, that will all go away. But the characters will remain and what you scroll will remain. But and it'll be like starting the game over. So I'm hoping that I'm going to enjoy it as much as the beta players have told me that they enjoy it. But the truth is, I've never played a game like this where it has seasons, and so I'm a little bit skeptical. Let me know in the comment section if you're skeptical too about this. And as always, thanks for watching Keep On Gaming, and thank you to Dragonheir for sponsoring this video. Link is in the description. Download now. Bye.